Hello everyone, I am Vami Khan, currently pursuing BLLB from Vivekanand College of Law Legal. Currently, I am also legal intern at Lexis and Company Law Firm. So, my presentation topic is problem from internet abuse. So, we hardly see teenagers indulging in the outdoor games that they used to play once. Cricket, tennis, football, hockey, etc. comes almost every day on television. So does entertainment, and then there is the internet. If one is not lucky enough to possess a computer of one's own, there is always a friendly neighborhood cyber cafe. Mothers and fathers proudly say their son, a little more rare daughter, is glued to the computer all day and late into the night once the necessary evil of homework has been done. These parents seldom ask their children what they seek or find on the internet. It is natively assumed it is supplementary knowledge to school texts. Since we have when have children become assiduous enough to seek adjuncts to their school work, or it is assumed that is general awareness being widened. Yes, indeed it is general awareness, some of it that could unfortunately prove dangerous. So several cases have been publicized of child abuse through internet chat rooms. How children have been cleverly induced to meet the interesting chatter and disaster. Contact over the internet is never given the kind of scrutiny that parent normally give to the friends who came home or with whom their children move within the real world. The privacy that most parents would never think of allowing their children somehow becomes the acceptable them norm when the same children are hooked onto the internet. The rules for the World Wide Web are in a class apart, that is, if there are any rules all except some shorthand code language, all net users seems to be aware, but chat rooms offered the anonymity to the users that they could seldom find elsewhere. Perfectly clean and hygiene conscious men and women have little compunction after all about see them or identify them with some deed, and quite another when assured of not being found out or something similar happens to net users. At least some of them, these people are apparently ordinary, or if not, would strive to seem so in this world, but perhaps lets themselves go when they strike the keys to enter a world which has no definable physical boundaries. What happened in the case of the German guy who enticed a fellow net chatter into becoming a victim to his cannibal longings has been publicized, but we do not quite know the whys of it. Could it have happened without the strange anonymity and other wildness, other world lines of the internet? Maybe yes, but not with such facile case, perhaps. The world of the web is something indefinable, a part of this world, yet something apart from it. The New York Times talks of the relatively permissive environment on the web that explains uninhibited response from viewers. It observes that a negative advertisement that might rub viewers the wrong way in their living rooms is apparently less likely to do so when they are not at their computers. So standards on the web are different. That implies that we develop a split personality, one kind of morality for this world and another kind for World Wide Web. World Wide Web. Not quite. The web probably offers a release to the internet, but suppressed instincts in some persons, suppressed because of convention of civility imposed by the fact of living in society. The rights and wrongs of such suppression are a matter of debate. But if one goes by the internet of moderation, one person's freedom to hurt another is to deprive the victim of his or her freedom, and this kind of freedom cannot be abandoned. The excitement of danger entices normally sedate youngster, and more so when the cloak of anonymity offers an almost invisible protection from being found out. The same works in favor of the stalkers and abusers roving the net. It is vulnerable who need protection, and it is the children who are most vulnerable. Parents could take some easy precautions such as supervising their children's use of internet or by using the available filtering services, and they should do so of the earliest, not merely moan and groan about the permissiveness of net or go to the extreme step of banning its access for the children. The World Wide Web is after all a valuable source of information, but dangerous to lurk here as perhaps they do anywhere in the world. So this is all about this topic. Thank you. Please like this video and share this video and subscribe to Lexis and Company Law Firm channel. Thank you and have a nice day.